This video was supposed to be made before Streamer University, in general, before day one, as sort of like my predictions on what to happen. But seeing how it's over now, well, the video still can stand on its own as like, I guess, a time capsule of my mindset during and after this, and also kind of a little vindicated. Okay, I'll get to that later on after the video. I'll get to the vindication after the video. Just enjoy. Streamer University was advertised as an experience for small streamers to get their jumpstart into the game, a 2-day event that will have cenat fly out creators to make content and stream with him. It hasn't been a day and it's already full of problems, and I'll be here to walk you through as much of them as I have the brain cells to worry about. As of writing this, it hasn't even been day one. It's currently, I'm recording this at night, don't worry, 12 p.m. None of the listed streamers are streaming, so I'm presuming that this is gonna happen later on. So hopefully I'm able to make this video and not be looked at like a clown afterwards. Yeah, so, you know, roll the title card. Turtles SSB was a former professional Smash player that a few years ago fell into controversy for salacious rumors and falsehoods, and also being an all-around weirdo. I won't defend his actions for what he did in those group chats, because sending porn to a chat full of minors is indefensible. Along with that, I can also recognize his other accusers in his case had malice intent and were holding back info. Along with that, due to his connections to Technicals, a commentary channel who at the time was facing a lot of backlash within the commentary community, made his case difficult for anyone to be honest with. Why am I talking about this Turtles person in a section titled Pixel Drink? Just turn off YouTube. Just turn off YouTube for the night, champ. You're not gonna get any of this. I don't think Pixel Drink is a bad person. I don't see any repeatable actions since the rebrand, so I don't think he should be degraded or barred off from the industry. But I can recognize him as a brand risk and a problem Kai and his team should have already seen coming. This leads me to believe that at no point background checks were being done. And because of that, the backgrounds of the other streamers should also be in question. You are putting a group of people with potential questionable backgrounds. Maybe I'm believing my own lie, but putting them all in one place could lead to some problems for cenat and his brand. So, you know, that's one thing to worry about for this. I could see the headline now. Pedophile found in cenat Streamer University. That is not something you cannot come back from. When the list of participants was announced, viewers were quick to recognize a few of those names as larger streamers, not small streamers like you would think Streamer University would be hosting. In a project that primarily was supposed to represent and prop up small creators, seeing streamers with 100k plus followings doesn't instill trust in this event. I could be nice and say just a few slipped through the cracks, but when you see Rakai, one of his friends and streaming partners, and iShowSpeed's little brother, it's hard to defend that. What makes this interesting is how Streamer University is set up and human psychology. Streamer University is set to have multiple big names as professors. What the roles entail, we don't know yet, but we also don't know if those already massive names will be allowed to stream. Kai is one thing when asking who's allowed to stream, but all those professors too, I personally wouldn't advise that. It would lead to those small creators to fight in the same battle for attention. Why watch a streamer with less than 50 viewers when you could watch Agent with 20k viewers? Obviously, since he has a lot more viewers, there's more value to his entertainment. But if we're courteous and say none of the professors are going to stream, leaving the platform for all the students, then why are there large number streamers in the university students? This would again lead to the same event. Why watch these smaller streamers when there's already a larger streamer out there? To circumvent this, I would personally put put a follower limit, maybe 1K to 10K. Beyond that, you weren't qualified. But since he didn't, this is inevitably what you're going to have to be facing with. The vagueness of what a streamer university is, personally, is its strongest aspect. Kai and AMP's random energy and style of content captivated many and has kept their names in the public. So it would be weird if they suddenly had a well-planned itinerary. So I could only make assumptions, but in my humble opinion, the only way I could imagine making this cool and entertain is if all the streamers interact with one another during the time they stream, sort of like guest stars. Besides the fact that humans are naturally cliquey, each of these streamers have wildly different ideas of comedy and entertainment, and some would mesh well with AMP, but others will have an uphill battle. And God forbid if you're one of the small streamers who can't mesh with these boys, because at that point, you wasted your weekend. There is 24 hours in a day, minus 8 hours for sleeping, and let's take another 3 to maximize your screen time. That leaves you with 13 hours. Times that by 2 for the weekend, that's 26 hours. These streamers have 26 hours to make an impact. If I'm gonna be honest, that is very much possible. And the short-term gain from this event is also very good. But I'll also recognize that some of these guys are not built for this. They will not be able to really gain from this besides a inflated follower count. But that's just a style. They'll have to change their style during this event and see if they can keep that style up during the time. In my opinion, I think the biggest to gain is Marxism and Pixel Drink, even though Pixel Drink is already fucking massive. But Marxism is a smaller streamer in the Streamer University lineup that has already gained, already has a matching qualities with Kai and AMP, so I think he would mesh well with that. There are a few that I look at and I'll say it to my heart, and I won't say it out loud because I won't put that in the universe. You're screwed. You're screwed. I was correct in saying that all Streamer University would do is inflate people's follower counts. I had a set of small creators who I was keeping track of throughout the entirety of the event, and they did have a massive climb, but their viewership did not climb at all, basically. If they decided to, instead of doing Streamer University and just did standard streams, they probably would have had a larger come up over this. There are some, I won't deny, that could build a career off of this, like the guy who got expelled the first day. But besides that, that's it. All you guys did was inflate your follower counts. And I still stand by it that this would have been a better event if none of the professors could have streamed. If they also didn't add any massive fucking streamers to to the event. Like, what? Why would you add Rakai? Like, are you deficient? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that dislike button if you dislike this video. You're not going to see it anyway. Subscribe to see more from me. Comment down below your thoughts on the matter. Discord down below if you also want to talk to me through there. And other links too. I stream a couple times a week, so if you want to check me out and have more of a conversation with me, I'll be there. Yeah, see ya.